Do you guys remember that story with the so-called friend necklace, which is kind of like an AI pendant, and it looks something like that. If you can remember that, it was pretty hyped up story at one time, and not so long ago. It represents a necklace that you wear at all times, and it basically contains some sort of an LLM built into it, which you can talk to. Haha, would have thought. How innovative. Seems that now we got another story and it's been hyped up even more. Well, not specifically this one, but hear me out. We got this post which says OpenAI and former Apple designer Jony Ive are reportedly teaming up on a new AI device. Yet another new AI device, yet another soulless algorithm. The vision is a screenless, palm-sized gadget that is always on. It will use a camera and microphone to constantly monitor its surroundings for audio and visual cues. Build in a memory to anticipate your needs. First concern is privacy. Second concern is privacy. And my third concern is in privacy. I don't want to wear a thing which constantly monitors what I'm saying, what I'm whispering, what I'm crying, I don't know, who I'm talking to, which orders do I make, what I consume, what I buy, what music do I listen to, and so on and so forth. I just don't want that. That previous invention, sort of, or device, positioned itself as friend, but a soulless algorithm or a computer can never be your friend. It's just a tool. It was always designed to be a tool, and one should remember that at all times. As much of an anti-social person as I am, and I'm like super introverted, I don't talk to people, I don't like most of the people, I've had rough experiences throughout my life with people. Not to say that they are all bad, but you know, like 95% probably, yeah. Even 97.5, I guess. Yeah, that's a precise thing of mine, geekness. But anyway, even for such an introverted and antisocial person as me, as myself, I would still prefer a human being whom I can call a friend to talk to or to hang out with, to spend time together, you know, to do stupid shit together, rather than having a micro schema wrapped up in plastic case or whatever, which constantly monitors me and collects my data. And it's not because I do something against the law, which I don't. It's just draining. It's draining for me. It takes my energy and gives nothing in return. And introverted people will understand me. We don't go out that much. When we do go out, we have to prepare a lot. Mentally mostly. When I go to some social gathering, I usually try to leave within like first 15 minutes because I don't want to be there. And I go there, I like visit that place just because out of respect towards the people that have invited me. Wearing this stuff and knowing that it's soulless, knowing that it is not a person, and that they most likely 100%, because it's OpenAI, is gonna try and sell you something. First off, they're gonna sell you the subscription to make your friend more, let's say, wise, to make the responses or the conversations with your friends, with your so-called friend, AI friend, more deep. Then they're gonna try and brand this thing so that, you know, you can choose a color. They're gonna tweak those LLMs and create custom GPTs, and they're gonna sell those GPTs. And those GPTs, one of those GPTs is gonna represent like an angry friend, another one's gonna represent an honest friend, another's gonna represent a sensual friend, yet another is gonna represent a girlfriend, you know, for the lonely ones out there. And then they're gonna like create some subscription range, free tier, you just pay for the device. Then, for example, like Pro tier, which includes the GPT-5 subscription, which is the core of all of it. Because, come on, it's OpenAI. Of course, they're gonna use their like latest LLMs or whatever the hell. They're gonna sell you different cases in different like form factors, different colors, different textures. They're gonna price it with different pricings, and it's just like a never-ending process. And this device is gonna update every year, just like the iPhone does, which actually is gonna change nothing in the end. But still, there's gonna be some sheeple who buy that shit. You know, and at this point, it's not even worth trying. I just need to get this thing off my chest because it's so damn difficult. Of soulless algorithms who portray themselves as, you know, some sentient beings, or like the creators and supporters and the hypers of these tools, of these tech, of this type of stuff. They portray it as a living thing. No, it's not. It never will be. First few times it's funny, then it gets like even more depressing when you just realize you're talking to the void, and the void is talking back to you, actually, in this case. So no, just no, not for me, never was. I won't use this type of stuff ever. And I got like a million more reasons why you shouldn't do that as well. But let's get back to the original post. So yeah, the gadget is always on. This approach aims for a new level of ambient computing, but it also brings significant privacy questions to the forefront. Yeah, that's what I just described. What are your thoughts on this potential shift and how we interact with AI? My only thought that we should interact with AI as less as possible, or try and not to interact with it at all. Well, which is almost impossible, but never trust it with the level of deepness. Never go full deep conversations with an algorithm, because it's just gonna provide you with the things you want to hear. It's always gonna agree with you. You're gonna be like, the one and only source of truth. So I don't trust these things, and neither should you, but that's just my opinion. And the friend necklace actually got some backlash, as you can see, and you can search it by yourself. They had these different posters, I guess in some underground or wherever, and some creative people actually took a stand against it, because AI, as they say, like, AI is not your friend. This is just, yeah, it's fake. It's fake, yeah. And you better do, some mutual aid or volunteer for a community garden, because you'll meet cool people, actual people, real people, physical beings, for Christ's sake. We don't need AI, we need each other, because at the end of the day, when all is said and done, and when all this tech collapses, when this bubble bursts, when the economy collapses, when, the world goes full blackout, and a black swan or whatever the hell the conspiracy theories predict, when it all hits and it's gonna hit at once, we won't have anything but each other. And that's the only agenda I'm pushing here. Thanks for being with me on this one, and yeah, see you in the future bits. Peace.